Today I want to talk about reincarnation. So a lot of people end up in therapy in a very self-flagellating space, meaning that they're very down on themselves, very critical of their life choices, and somehow feel responsible for the fact that their life is not going the way that they expected. Yet, it's written in many religious texts that it is preordained, or like the Sanskrit says, it is pre-written. So there is this overarching idea that a great deal of what we experience in life seems to be our karma or our pre-written or preordained story. So how does that come about? So most monotheistic religions like Christianity, Judaism, Islam are very much about keeping law and order whilst you're alive on this earth, meaning that if reincarnation was a religious tenet, how would we be judged when we get to earth if the whole premise is that we behave ourselves very well while we're on earth so that we have good karma in heaven? So what life would we be judged on, the first one or the last one? So it gets complicated. But I do feel like reincarnation, which literally means to take on the flesh again, can help people really start to make peace with the life that their soul has chosen. So it's been well researched in science that most of the cells in our body last on average between 7 to 10 years at the longest, and many times much shorter. So if we're continuously regenerating our bodies all the time, why is this sense of beingness, this overarching self that continues on no matter about all the cells that are regenerating? Absolutely everything except your heart, I believe. Absolutely everything is regenerating. So the monotheistic religions, like I said, do not buy into this tenet. But if we look at it as a Buddhist concept, they view us as one stream of consciousness, nature as one stream of consciousness, being as one stream of consciousness. There is no separate self or I or no spirit or soul. So just one stream of consciousness. So we then can start to understand the concept of whatever I do to myself, I'm also doing to you. If I'm hurting, you're also hurting. If you hurt me, you hurt yourself. So that whole unified stream of consciousness then has a place to sit. And why it's so critical that we really get to the roots of parts of the world that are causing pain, because it is a universal pain. The Buddhists believe that we go through multiple lives and that our souls will keep choosing a life or a rebirth so long as we're rooted in ignorance. And that rooting in ignorance is something that Buddhism and Hinduism share. So this, the 7 deadly sins, if we're rooted in those, pride, envy, greed, and a sense of self-importance, or even a sense of self, our souls will continue to be rebirthed. And once ignorance is uprooted, according to both nirvana is reached, or according to the Hindu sage Shankaracharya, you can become trapped in the cycle of birth and death, unless you are free from being grounded in ignorance and desire. So I guess what I'm trying to say to you is that there is a point, if I can call it that, to accepting that your life is unfolding according to your spirit or your soul's requirements. Even globally on some level, but let's just say your soul's requirement. So there's wisdom in the choices that you're making. There's wisdom in what you're given or not given, because it is ultimately your soul's desire to evolve to this place of nirvana, or freedom from the trap of the cycle of birth and death.